I am Eric with Mwade.com, and I greet you, beloveds, in the love and in the light of the one intelligent infinity. So in this quick educational video, I'm going to be taking a look at Microsoft, and we're going to see, especially from the perspective of the two wrongs that I've been talking about in recent videos, how things play out and how you can use that timing method. So the first thing here, this is a 2-year weekly. And what we're going to see here is over the last couple of weeks, there have been a breakout attempt for this instrument, which as of this instant, we can see has been now a failed breakout on the weekly. Also, I can see here uniform activity recently above RSI 69.1 and back below it. So that could also be visually setting the stage for a reversal here. Remember, we're talking about uniform activity rejection here for the short-term highs there, uniform activity above 69.1 back below it for this area, which by the way also gives us another example of how things play out. Let's go back to this breakout that took place in August of 2020. So take this weekly closing high. Let's draw the line representing that weekly closing high. So what we see here is there was a successful breakout here, but that breakout ultimately stalled. Now let's take the lows of that area, which is this weekly closing low. And now if we draw a line representing that area, notice how we tried to break out here, but the market held. In fact, we even tried to break down below that area again a couple of weeks later, which is here, but the market held. Ultimately, we have a recovery. So we did not get the second wrong. And again, to understand that, there are going to be videos in the description of this video explaining that. So let's take a look now at the daily. Now the daily, of course, we can see this is a 1-year daily. We can see that recently, as of the last 2 days, we've seen a bounce yesterday through the 50-day moving average and back above it. So it is doing its best to hold support. It is trying its best to hold RSI 50 support right now, slightly below it, but that's not the reason. What I want to highlight here is if we take a look right now at this 6 months daily, we now see the breakout failure that took place. If we draw it that way, we can see a series of failed breakouts on this 6 months daily chart. Failed attempts there, failed attempts there, of course, based on this daily close right there. Now, if you take these lows at about, let's call it at about 296. So let's say that is about 296, which represents this daily close, give or take. We can see as of yesterday, there was a break and a violation of that line. Right now, it is doing its best to hold. It is finding support exactly where it needs to based on these lows here, which means if it can recover, then there's a stabilizing action. There's more downside, but I would watch that 296 area because confirmation that it has broken that area, if it reverses back below this price range, then that's going to be your second red flag. Second red flag, because the first red flag is the series of failed breakouts. In other words, you can use the two wrongs method even on the small time frame like the daily. So I would say below this price, there's going to be a reason to be concerned that there's lower prices. Oh, and by the way, one other quick observation is irrespective of what happens on the daily, I would not expect a big plunge in prices because the weekly still has to break this RSI lows line that connects the lows from early 2020, the lows here of early 2021, in March and in May. This line would have to be violated downwards before this instrument can entertain an aggressive move down. Otherwise, this line could also end up being support at some point. We shall see. But definitely on the day, on the 6 months daily chart, I would watch that 296-ish area because of yesterday's break below the recent daily close range. So if this continues to be violated below 296, right now trading at 295, this looks like, from a timing perspective, yesterday and today is a perfect time to go short, as long as it remains below that 296-ish area. I am Eric Mwadhi, and I leave you, beloveds, in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. Go forth, therefore, rejoicing in the power and in the peace of the one Creator, Adonai.